Doug Shouse tips it up. Memphis controls with Colby Rogers off to Tyrese Hunter. 3-game winning streak, and they have won 7 of 8. And here is Dane Danger. Back-to-back starts on the reverse. For who's played in Texas and Georgetown. His former teammate Tyrese Hunter, the pick, dropped it off to PJ from last year's Memphis team. Here is Danger working on the freshman Cam Williams, a size advantage, and Danger's got nifty footwork as well. Brumbaugh dropped it off for Asher Woods, the junior from Atlanta on the baseline drive, got the roll to start the scoring about 3 minutes in, lost the handle. Brumbaugh at the controls, the second leading scorer for Tulane with a nice no-look for Greg Glenn. They've been one of the best defensive teams in the American all season. Haggerty pulls up in the mid-range. Unbelievable. Brumbaugh on a baseline drive, kicks for Asher Woods, knocks it down.
Body language, they communicate very well, and they're not all young in age, but they're young together, and it takes time to figure out how one another wants to play. That's just going to be too easy.
Days ago. Here's Greg Glenn driving on Haggerty, poked away. Dante Harris, the midseason transfer, the lob, Cisse the catch, came down with it and scores anyway.
On the defensive end.
Brumbaugh buries it. Into the starting lineup on New Year's Eve and has been a key cog for the Green Wave. Caleb Banks, the Indiana transfer, is, thank you kindly.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know what it means, but it's great work.
Out of the corner, it's a triple for PJ Carter. Danger on the bench right now. Cisse and Jourdain in there. Rowan Brumbaugh buries the 3. Right. Tulane at 11-9 overall, 5-2 in the American. And underneath, Cam Williams, the freshman, missed it from in close. Hunter the lob, Cisse the flush.
Well, the key is that they don't slow the game. They have to continue to learn how to get out of the way at times to create space for their guards.
Brumbaugh with the shot clock winding.
And typically I would say that with a bit of disdain, but the reality is the way both teams play on the defensive side, you've just got to be able to adjust and play.
Tyrese Hunter buries the triple.
Say of anybody on the floor, Brumbaugh does a good job being patient and operating.
Rogers around and out, and the rebound ripped out by the Georgia transfer, driving on Danger, and back out for Greg Glenn. Brumbaugh backdoor pass, Rogers for 2 more.
Ron Hunter, 6th defender.
And here in New Orleans, 6-point Tulane lead. Memphis number 19 in the country. They move it, and on the perimeter a triple falls for PJ Carter.
Back out.
Cisse departs. He's got for Memphis. Haggerty to key it in. He's out there with Jourdain, Hunter, Danger, and Carter, and a nice finish by Jim. Got up to a fast start. He's been quiet since, and the blow-by on Banks. Haggerty with a burst. Haggerty on the move. Got it to go! PJ Haggerty just has a 6th sense for scoring. American. Tyrese Hunter got toward the elbow. Only his
pump fake. You've got to pump fake and ball fake and head fake and whatever fake you got against zones. You got to move the defense one way or another.
Williams, baseline cut, got his own miss. And came.
Both teams play in this zone, so it just feels like this second half is going to be a bit of a grind.
Dane Danger on the block with 2 more. On the step through from Caleb Banks. He'll try it again, banging with Danger, who just stood him up.
He ran into a wall.
Banks down low, scores over Jourdain.
Any other answer to that question is like, the kids are struggling at math. What do? Change.
Hunter right down the lane. And the follow not there for Cisse. Banks pushes, lobs up top. Maury. Woods moves it, and now Banks with Daniels calling for it with a mismatch with Hunter. Good catch by Daniels underneath. Cool. Banks lost it, got it back underneath. Banging with Jourdain, plus a foul.
Hard to call fouls when you're in position. You really have to.
And the first make comes from Caleb Banks to stamp that 3-point play. Danger kicked it out. P.J. Carter sinks the three. Penny Hardaway right now rolling with Danger, Jourdain, Haggerty, Hunter, and Carter. And on the block, it's Mari Jordan. Memphis with numbers. Hunter at the controls. Jourdain for Danger on the block.
And Memphis has to capitalize. Play the long game, and that means sacrifice yourself. Create space on the floor. Play 4-on-4 basketball. That's it. But as a much older person, I can tell you, take to make the pass.
Jourdain talking things over with Doug Shows. That's better than we were for the first 30 minutes.
And I wonder who that favors. The part of me says that favors.
Step on Hunter and then threw it away toward Glenn. Haggerty's running the floor. Haggerty high off the glass. Danger cleans it up. Green with a fake. And now Caleb Banks gets Danger switched onto him. Bounces for Glenn on the reverse, and then Glenn lost his footing.
I think that's all you can ask for.
Danger hits the front.
What's the weather while you're at it?
It's warm in here.
And at least for now.
After living in zone.
Just don't ask me why.
Banks.
When you have to communicate, they lost sight of that.
Here's Carter on the baseline, forced it through for Haggerty, and now Rogers. Another good look for.
To watch body language for Tulane. They're getting a little frustrated. They're getting a little handsy, which also tells me they're getting tired.
Follows College Game Day before Carolina Duke tips at 6:30 p.m.
Prod school and then personal life. Now it's like last year at so-and-so, the year before that someplace else, the year before.
Banks back to the line, and this.
I feel you, Coach. You want to talk about wearing it on your sleeve. He does that. Oh, Lord.
Banks missed both. Or Carter. Around it out, and he gets the loose ball. Carter attacks on Brookbon, scores. Muscling in. 3 fouls in like the last 6-7 minutes or so.
There was no way they didn't call that. And it was a little bit late.
Who's going to blow the whistle? Here's Danger. Now matched up with Daniels. What a pass on a great.
But yeah, he was known as the dancing bear in Illinois, too.
240 does not get it done.
But like, man, I would attack that matchup if it's Banks on Cisse.
Banks did attack him. Daniels with a handoff for Woods. Around the screen. Tough shot. Green Wave with it, down 5. Banks on the step through. Set a filter, exit. I think you would already use that.
Cliche or simple, but you have to think about that. Establish the game in a way that you can win it, and then play that game.
Banks the miss. And pop back out. Danger tapped it up. Jordan came down with it, lays it in with the left hand.
That helped Memphis beat themselves. Good luck figuring that one out.
In the end tonight, in terms
move the basketball where they're comfortable with you moving the basketball.
This year, with a team high on culture.
Well, you can coach a team, or you can create and develop and sustain and maintain a pro. And a lot of that's been because of the play at Tulane.
But Memphis comes here to New Orleans and wins in this building for the first time since 2020.